Since most of you are here for my Steep Steps videos, many of you won't know that I have had a going series this past year, where I reviewed different Roblox roleplay games, like for example, my first video ever made, a review of Venti Cafe in 2022, where I stated that Venti was a cancer factory game, needed of love, and destined to be forgotten in the mediocrity. Or also my fourth video ever, a review of Boho Salon in 2022, where I stated that Boho was a cancer factory game, needed of love, and destined to be forgotten in the mediocrity. Or also my Iron Cafe review, where I stated that Iron was a cancer factory game. Yeah, okay, you get the point. I have had a few issues deciding what my new videos are going to be about. Because as much as I like Steep Steps, I just can't make 10 videos in a row from the same game, because would be tearing for you and for me. So after thinking about it, I've decided to continue this series, this time with one of the most popular Roblox cafe games. But because I lost the Frappe script, I think I'll just do Venti, which is also a bit popular. So, without further delay, here we have. Is Venti Cafe good or bad in 2023? Venti Cafe is a Roblox roleplay group created back in 2018 by the user Vitalius. Since its release, Venti has been one of the most popular roleplay place games, and despite being founded almost during the end of the roleplay trend, it managed to stay floating. This due to its will to innovate, differentiating themselves from similar games, and one of the few cafe games who survived 2021. Unlike many others, truth is, Venti has had to surpass tons of obstacles to get where it is today. And I'm not even referring only to the death of the cafe games trend, but also a hacking incident they suffered back in 2020, where a hacker named Vermcool changed the group's name to VentiX, kicked everybody from it, and even stole the group's founds. If I had a nickel for every Roblox roleplay game I reviewed, which was hacked by their moderators, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but is weird that happened twice. But unlike Boho Salon, Venti was able of successfully overcoming such event, and didn't leave their community stuck with a shitty map for the following 3 years. Oops! Venti is a cafe that has been an example to look after to most games with a similar concept, except Frappe. And despite being created late, in comparison to others, they quickly became pioneers in the formula. Venti, just like any game, has its pros and its flaws. Especially pros, which I'll tell you about right now. Venti is overall what Venti Cafe could have been if they had innovated and updated the game. Venti Cafe is currently full of players.
What this is? Oh my god!
And I do see why. The menu is huge. There are tons of orders that can be made. From smoothies to ice creams, from warmed pastries to a secret order. Also, the hand system is very easy to use, so even if you are lacking in the brain cells department, you'll be able of handling the orders. Also, the map is pretty. The white color makes the structure feel bigger than it actually is, and this color, combined with brown, irradiates a sense of comfiness that makes this game feel like home. The game has barely trolls or exploiters, so if you are one of those few rare types of players who enters a Roblox cafe to actually order pixels, then you'll have fun without being interrupted. Venti is also a very easy game to get a high rank on. Since trainings are super easy and happen quite a lot, you can get to experience barista in no time. Also, this game is also receiving constant updates, so new improvements are being made and mistakes being deleted. From here, it almost looks like Venti is the ultimate cafe game. Great menu, great baristas, great building. But not exactly. This game has quite a bunch of bad things in it, stuff that separates Venti from being a perfect cafe game, stuff that I'll tell you about right now. But if you know the slightest about Roblox cafe groups, I'm pretty sure you already know what is my biggest issue with this game. fuck Roblox Cafe moderators. All my homies hate Roblox Cafe moderators. The biggest problem that many have with Venti is their moderation staff. Because they may be the harshest and most abusive moderation team from any cafeteria game ever made in the Roblox site. Period. There have been multiple times where I have been banned just for being a bacon. I am not kidding. I have video evidence. Hey! I need help. These guys are more strict than Verde's moderation, which if you have seen my Verde review, you'll know that they weren't specially the chilliest sheeps in the farm. Hell, these guys are even worse than Iron's security department, because at least they're not everyone was bad. But here? If you're a bacon, you are a second-class customer. You can try and negate it, but actions speak volumes. This is also one of the few cafeterias where warnings have been removed. Remember when you had to receive 3 warnings and then you'd be kicked? Well, now if they see you trolling, you are P-banned from all server in the spot. They don't really care if you were right or not, and it doesn't matter if you had a real excuse to do what you were doing. Because if you haven't been banned for at least 30 days, they won't even hear what you have to say. This over-authoritarian system makes Venti one of the places where it's easier to get demoted, or straight up banned unfairly. I remember being quite harsh with Verde's moderators, but holy shit, Venti's moderation team and guidelines are the new bottom of the barrel. No wonder why Barney stopped doing trolling videos here. And just like Verde. In here the moderation team looks more like a group of friends than a real team of moderators. Basically, if these people don't like you for a personal reason outside the Venti game, you'll never reach the moderation rank. You can be a fast and skilled barista who does every order correct and quicker than anybody else who has been working there for years. If one of the moderators doesn't like you because they think you're annoying, then you better change your job, because your chances of promotion have just went to Belize for an undefined amount of time. On the other hand, those who sacrifice their personality to become friends with these mods are untouchable. Doesn't matter if they do stuff that would get demoted or ban any normal player, the mods will protect them. I'll never stop saying this, but stay away from the world of moderation in this types of games, because 9 out of 10 times you are entering a world full of lies, conveniences and toxicity. And Venti is no exception, but actually, the greatest example of what I'm saying. Venti is an extreme case. The good this game does is extremely good, but the bad it does is also extremely bad. Other games like Venti Cafe had not very noticeable good stuff, but its problems were also not that noticeable. Venti, on the other hand, has a godlike menu, amazing LRs, and one of the best maps I've ever seen in any cafe game, but it also is easily one of the worst moderations I've ever seen in any roleplay game. It's such a shame, because if it wasn't for this one problem, Venti would be for me an outstanding game.
It's a fucking masterpiece!
In summary, Venti Cafe is one of the better cafe games out there, and even if its moderation staff team may ruin a bit the experience for you, that doesn't take away the fact that this game deserves your time. Is one of the better games to play if you are a roleplay game Roblox lover, and even if that's not my personal case, I still can appreciate the good this game does. I'm giving Venti Cafe an 8 out of 10, easily the greatest Roblox roleplay game I've reviewed in this channel yet, and yes, it is very good. And that's today's video. Next week we'll probably go back to review old popular games, but today I just wanted to do a little trip down memory lane, and do another video about the series that founded this channel. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you all next week, hopefully, and now dear viewer, good night.